Trainers, do you want to catch them all in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? Of course you do, it's Pokemon's slogan. But be prepared to pay an extra $50 because you need to pay to get Mew in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Hi, I'm Mike and welcome to PokeTipsOfficial, your #1 source on brand new information regarding Pokemon Switch and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And today we are right in the middle of a very exciting time to be a Pokemon fan. We are right in the middle of E3 and lots of new information about Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is coming out. Now, one piece of new information that we got today is about how you get Mew in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But before I start, make sure you show some love to the channel by giving this video a big thumbs up because it really helps out. Now, today it was officially revealed that you will be able to get Mew in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee exclusively by using the accessory, the Pokeball Plus.
So we were thinking of Pokemon to put inside of the Pokeball Plus when players first get it, and deciding which Pokemon to put in there, we just came down to Mew, you know, the mythical Pokemon Mew. That'd be the most appropriate. So when players go to the store and they're on their way back home with it, they'll be able to kind of hear Mew cry from inside of the ball, and it'll be interesting.
For those of you that don't know what the Pokeball Plus accessory is, basically, according to the Pokemon website, the Pokeball Plus is a special Pokeball-shaped device that can be used to play Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee in place of the Joy-Con. So basically, it's another controller. You'll be able to throw Pokeballs in-game by flicking your wrist using the Pokeball Plus, and it'll light up with a variety of colors, play special sounds, and make vibrations to really immerse you in the Pokemon experience. The accessory also functions as a Pokemon Go Plus when you're playing Pokemon Go, and if you want to get one for yourself, it's going to cost you around $50. Now, this accessory seems really cool and very interesting, and it seems like a nice bonus to enhance the gameplay of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but it didn't seem like it was going to be necessary up until now, because we now know it is officially confirmed that the only way you could get Mew in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is by buying this accessory. When you go ahead and buy the Pokeball Plus, it will automatically have a Mew inside of it, and when you connect it to your game, you'll be able to transfer the Mew out into your copy of Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. And I find that very disappointing. It seems very sad that Mew is locked behind a paywall in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I think it's kind of disappointing that if you want to truly catch them all, you need to spend an extra $50 on this accessory to go ahead and get yourself a Mew in these games. As of right now, we don't have any information on if you could actually transfer Mew from Pokemon Go through Go Park and actually into your Pokemon game, but from the wording that they're using, it sounds like you won't be able to transfer Mew from Pokemon Go to the Let's Go versions, and that would be extremely disappointing because then truly the only way to get Mew in these games would either be to buy it for $50 or trade with somebody, but it's going to be a hard trade because if you have to pay $50 to get a Mew, I can't see you trading it for something you just normally catch in the game. Like I said before, I am a little disappointed by this decision. I'm okay with Mew being a special Pokemon that you can get inside of the Pokeball, but I feel like there should be a way for players that don't want to pay an extra $50, which is almost as expensive as the game itself, to go ahead and get this Pokemon. Now, $50 for the Pokeball Plus is not a bad price. If you really think about it, you're getting a lot out of it. You're getting a whole new way to play your Pokemon game. It functions as a Pokemon Go Plus. It functions as a controller for the games. So it's not a bad value. The only thing that has me disappointed, not even really angry, just disappointed, is the fact that you have to go ahead and buy this if you really want to catch them all. And I'm worried that Pokemon distributions in the future are going to follow this method. You guys might have seen my video a few months back where I was talking about something called the Mythical Pokemon problem, and basically the summary of that video is we have a lot of mythical Pokemon and there are so many of them now that it just makes it really hard to complete the Pokédex and truly catch them all. And I'm worried that going forward in the future, Nintendo might do more of this, where they'll lock a special mythical Pokemon through something that you have to go out and buy and spend additional money on to truly get all of the Pokemon. I think Mew is great. I love Mew. It's a cute little guy, but why do you have to pay $50 to go ahead and get Mew in these games? It just doesn't really make much sense to me. From my point of view, there were at least 3 other things that Nintendo could have done that would have been way better than having Mew as an exclusive Pokemon that you have to pay $50 for. I would have much rather seen a method where you'd be able to go ahead and get Mew in the game throughout normal gameplay, make it really special, make it so you have to complete the Kanto Pokédex, catch the first 150, and then you'll be able to go ahead and get Mew at the end, or make it so you could get it only through playing Pokemon Go and transferring it through Go Park, but it's still free in Pokemon Go. Or they could just follow what they have been doing with Mythical Pokemon distributions and make it so Mew is a Mythical Pokemon distribution instead of something that you have to go ahead and pay for. When you only have one Mythical Pokemon in the game, I don't think Mythical Pokemon distributions are that bad. I only have a really big problem with Mythical Pokemon distributions when there's almost nearly 20 Mythical Pokemon and it's just so hard to get one specific one because you never know when that distribution is going to be. With Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, there's only going to be one Mythical Pokemon in the game, Mew, so it wouldn't be that bad for them to go ahead and do a distribution, especially since we have online play now, and you could just go ahead and download it over the internet. But look, if we are going to try to find a bright side to this whole situation, it can be good in one way, and that one way is that we now know we'll be able to get Mew in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee whenever we want. We're not going to have to wait for a special Nintendo event for this distribution of this mythical Pokemon. If you have the accessory, you should be able to get it whenever you want just by purchasing the accessory. In the future, all you're gonna need is this accessory and you'll be able to get Mew whenever you want. You want Mew, you go out, you buy the accessory, and bam, you have Mew right now, no waiting involved. The only problem I could see with that is if Nintendo does not go ahead and meet the demand for this product. Now, we've known in the past that Nintendo does not like to produce a lot of stuff that they know people will buy, and I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's like a marketing tactic or a strategy that they have, but for example, with Super Smash Bros. And the GameCube adapters for the Wii U, they didn't really produce enough of those when Smash Bros. Came out initially, and it was very hard to get your hands on one, and scalpers would go ahead and buy them and sell them for crazy prices on the internet, making it really hard for fans that wanted to go ahead and use those products actually be able to get them for a fair price. Also, the same thing happened, I believe, with the NES Classic, where it was really hard to go ahead and get that miniature version of the NES and actually be able to play it because either the amount that was produced was really low, and the ones that were produced were actually picked up by people that were just trying to resell them. So hopefully Nintendo takes a look at those two examples and ups the production a little bit for these Pokeball Plus accessories, because we know they're going to be very popular. They have a lot of benefits, like I said before, controllers, Mew, and everything, and everybody's really going to want to get their hands on one. So hopefully, the demand will be met by Nintendo and they will go ahead and produce lots of these, so we're not going to have to wait around or buy from scalpers to get our hands on a Mew and this cool accessory. Anyway, my friends, that's the new information about Mew in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. There's a lot more new information about the gameplay and everything, but I felt like this deserved its own video because everybody has the right to know that you have to pay to go ahead and get Mew in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And I'd love to know what you guys think about this. It's not the first time you've really had to pay to get a Pokemon. Back in my day with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, if you wanted to get yourself a Manaphy, you had to go ahead and buy Pokemon Ranger, a whole separate game, and then play through it, complete it, do a special mission, and then you'd finally be able to get Manaphy in Diamond and Pearl. And I was a little bit upset about that way back when, but Pokemon Ranger was a fantastic game, and I would love to see a new Ranger for the Nintendo Switch, even though I'm not really sure how that would work since we don't have the stylus anymore. So this isn't a totally new concept to Pokemon, but I would still love to know what you guys think about it. Do you agree with my opinion that you should be able to get Mew in-game throughout doing something special instead of paying $50 for it? Or do you disagree and think that this is a great way for it to be the only method to get Mew? Let me know in the comment section section down below. As always, my friends, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, make sure you ring that notification bell so you get notified each and every time I upload a new video, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.